welcome to Beards and Buckets. My name is Teebs.
I'm Mike.
Oh, and we're back again. We're in a different studio. It's not the studio bedroom. It's the studio living room.
Yes.
A room in which we live. Shout out Drake and Josh. Yeah, so today we're going to be breaking down the award races and the all NBA races as well, and who's going to end up where and who we think is going to end up where, or stuff like that. So yeah. So what do you want to run into our most valuable player award conversation?
Sure. I mean, right now,
Gee, I wonder.
Across sports books, the top 5 is pretty solidified with Shai, Jokic, Cade, Luka, and wemby. It seems like at least Shai and Luka and wemby are going to qualify for the award. Jokic can miss one more game out of the 6 I think he has left.
Yes, he's very close. He's cutting it close.
Yeah, he's cutting it close. Granted, he have to play 20 minutes for it to count? Something like that.
Yeah.
I think he'll get it. In terms of the 65 game. And then Cade is kind of a question mark.
Yeah, no, he's a massive question mark. Unfortunately, his lung decided to give up on him all of a sudden.
Let me see. Oh, so Cade has played 61 games.
61 games. There's about, I think there's fucking dude, not to say it, but I think there's 6 or 7 games left. So, so I don't think he's gonna come back for a bit. So
they said that they were hopeful he'd be back for the playoffs.
Yeah, so I don't think
7 games remaining.
I don't think he'll make the threshold.
Yeah, so he'd have to play 20 minutes in 5 out of the last 7 games, or in 4 out of the last 7, and he's injured.
Well, the position Detroit's in, you're most likely going to win the East. I think it's pretty much a lock at this point, unless they don't lose too much. You don't really need to rush him back. You're gonna win the conference. Just get the guy healthy, because you're gonna need him for whoever you play in the first round. Because some of these playing teams are actually kind of scary. I'm not saying we're gonna see any upsets, but you don't want to take any of them lightly, I don't think. So
yeah. Well, I mean, bold prediction here. And
Charlotte?
Yeah. If they play the Pistons in the first round, and the Pistons do not have Cade, I could see the Hornets upsetting them. I do not think it's out of the realm of possibility.
No.
The rest of that Pistons team is good, but Cade is their engine. And if you don't have him, it's a team like the Hornets can run it up on you quick.
It's a good opportunity to give Jaylen Duren his flowers. He's the reason he's in the running for most improved this year is because he's been fantastic. So he's been a great right-hand man to Cade, and even without Cade on the floor, he's picked up a lot of the slack. So not something I was expecting out of him this year, but he's a huge cog in that machine as well too. So
yeah, I mean, I love aggressive centers.
Yeah.
He's one of them. He's a hard work guy.
Yeah.
And he's drastically changed this season how he gets viewed around the league.
Yes.
And it's very impressive. Oddly enough, he's not even the favorite across the board.
I know he's not the favorite. He's in the running for it.
Yeah, it's he's viewed as second.
Yeah.
On a couple of sports books, and then Nickeil Alexander-Walker seems to be
that's fair,
the running favorite.
He's been good for Atlanta,
or just in general, but whipping back around to MVP though.
Yeah,
to me it seems like it's gonna just be another year of Shai getting the MVP, and I feel like he's played up to that level, so kind of rightfully so.
We are in a vicious cycle of voter fatigue. It's I think Shai's going to win again, and next year he's going to be maybe the favorite again, but then it's going to be oh, well, we gave it to him twice in a row, who's the runner-up? Maybe they should get it, that's what, in my opinion, Jokic should have fucking 5 MVPs by now, you know what I mean? But that's not how the league views it, unfortunately, so.
Yeah, I mean, the voter fatigue is very real.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, everyone plays into it a little bit, and I wish as a collective we wouldn't. Because it's like, Shai's very deserving of the award.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Jokic, the times he won it, was very deserving of it. There's no, like, it shouldn't be like, oh, they just won it twice. Now in our minds, like, even if they have the exact same year, or even a better year,
Yeah.
for that matter, that we should be, but we already gave it to him twice. Let's give it to this other guy.
Yeah.
If he's not the best player, that's...
Oh, we talked about this before, too. Where, like, if you are the best player in the league, and most of the people in the room think so, you should get the alert. Like, doesn't matter that you've won it years prior. Like, why are we going to discredit your season because you've already done it multiple times? That logic doesn't make any sense to me.
The one thing I will say here in this MVP conversation is that one of these players impacts the game vastly more defensively
Yes.
than any other candidate.
Yes.
It's like you have like Shai, you can say like, okay, Shai's like a solid defender, Cade's a solid defender, Luka's a negative on defense.
Yeah. Yes.
Jokic is like neutral at best. Wemby's the best defensive player in basketball.
Yes.
And it's like he still is barely a tier below these guys offensively. And he's doing it in like 25 minutes a game.
Yeah.
And it's like, if the Spurs were the number 1 seed in the West and not the number 2 seed in the West, wembenyama would be the clear MVP favorite. That's not the reality we live in. But I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he could win the award.
Yeah.
I just think in all likelihood it's going to go back to Shai.
Yeah, no, I'm full agreement with you there. I think Shai's going to win it again. My thing with Shai, I have nothing against... So, my thing with Shai is I love most of his game. It's just the amount of free throws he takes, which he cannot control. He gets the calls, okay? But it's like he has it in his mind that he can get these calls, you know what I mean? He's like, there's so many possessions I watch him play where he drives to the basket and he just falls over, and I'm just like, all right, dude, you're way too good a player to be doing this. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to do this, bro. You can create your own shots so well. Like, you know what I mean? He's it angers me. Like, he's gotten it into his head that like, oh, I'm just gonna get bailed out if the shot doesn't go well. You know, like
I feel that.
So like, I understand people's frustrations with him, but it doesn't discredit everything else he does.
Yeah,
he still deserves the award. So,
in that same vein, it's like, James Harden did that.
Yeah.
He won an MVP.
Yeah.
He arguably could have won 2 or 3.
No, that's not arguably. He definitely should have won 2 or 3.
Yeah. To me, this kind of reminds me a little bit of the, like, Harden versus Giannis year.
Yeah.
And Harden averaged 36 and Giannis won. It's like, do you value offense or defense more? Because if you value the two-way aspect of things, wembenyama is the clear best option there. But if you're valuing offense more than, like, if you're weighting it more towards offense, Shai's, like I said, the favorite. And then, like, Jokic has, like, a case. Don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't be shocked. It's like the Nuggets are, yeah, they're a top 5 seed in the West, but I still don't feel like people are like out of their Jokic fatigue by any means. And frankly, although Luka's played at an MVP level, I don't think he's getting it unless there's just a clear LA bias.
Yes.
From the people who are voting.
I agree.
So Shai.
So yeah, Shai. I agree. Shai. There may be some words we don't agree on, but I think we can agree on SGA.
So we already touched upon this, talking about Jaylen Duren and Nikhil a little bit, but most improved player. There's a mix of candidates in here, depending on like what sports book you look at. The odds are kind of a little bit different, but Nikhil Alexander, Jaylen Duren, Denny Abdia, and Jalen Johnson are a clear like 4.
Yes.
And then they have in the mix Ryan Rollins and Keontae George.
Keontae George is, I'm glad he's in the conversation. Too bad his team blows. Yeah. I think, to me, when I think most improved is not only did you improve as a player, but did you also help your team improve as well? I think that's a huge part of that. Denny Avdia has had a fantastic year. Well deserving of that award. I forget where Portland is exactly record-wise.
Portland currently is 500.
Yeah, they're
38 and 38. Yeah, they are in the play-in currently.
To the 48 and 38?
38.
Oh, I was like, bro, but
yeah, they're
I was like, just in there in the play. That'd be nuts.
That would be nuts.
Yeah, like that's the most West thing ever. But yeah, no, he's definitely deserving of the award. When I look at the award, and I can make a case for each and every one of them. Ryan Rollins has had a great year. Too bad Milwaukee's kind of sucked. By the way, side note, Doc Rivers is going in the Hall of Fame as a coach.
No.
Yeah, I just saw an article about that.
He's really.
Yeah, look it up.
You got it. That's got to be an April Fool's joke.
No, I swear I saw that. I think it was like a legitimate source too. I totally forgot tomorrow was April Fool's Day. I swear I saw it was a real. Is it real?
It's real.
Yeah, I'm like, he's going in. Because I looked at the comments. I'm like, I forget who I saw posted it, but it was like a real basketball page. I was like, oh, we are Celtics fans and we are in disbelief right now.
Well, I'm more confused about you're inducting an active coach?
Well, like, I guess they're saying, like, when he's, like, done, I guess, or whatever, right? They plan on inducting him.
Oh, he's featured in the 2026 class.
Oh, it's 26? I thought it was, like, 28.
That's what's confusing to me.
Wait. Wait, that's even weirder.
Why the fuck are you inducting him to the Hall of Fame when he's still an active coach?
Why are you inducting him into the Hall of Fame in general as a coach?
Seriously, he had one championship.
Dude, he is milking this fucking championship. They're like, oh my, dude. But you better invite Pierce, fucking Garnett, and Allen to this fucking ceremony, dude, because they're the reasons you're getting in.
Oh, I didn't actually realize that Doc Rivers was an all-star when he played. He was an all-star in 1988.
Well, as a player, is different. We're talking as a coach.
Well, even as a player, a one-time all-star, you shouldn't be a fucking Hall of Famer.
No, you should, but like we can have a different conversation.
That in combination, I guess, with his coaching, it's like you were an all-star player and a championship coach.
I guess.
Like I see it, but it's just you couldn't have waited until he called it a career as a coach to induct him.
Are we just letting anybody in? Can we put DeMar DeRozan in the Hall of Fame, please?
He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
He will be in the Hall of Fame, undoubted.
There is someone I know that gets so pissed when I say this, dude. Look at the career accolades. He has a Hall of Fame resume.
If Tracy McGrady is in the Hall of Fame, DeMar DeRozan is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly.
DeRozan's peak isn't quite as high, but their accolades are very similar.
I just went on a fucking crazy side rant here because I was talking about Ryan Rollins. Okay. Anyway, we could rant about Doc Rivers later. But back to the most improved award. I think it should be Jaylen Duren. Reason being is because without him, the Pistons don't finish in first place.
I would agree.
Like, you take him out of the picture, Cade's not getting you to the 1 seed by himself. Like,
he went from being a young potential piece with some upside to being the second best contributor on the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he's played well this year.
Yep.
Like, let me just pull up some capping stats real quick. Yeah, I mean, he's having 20 points per game, 3.8 assists, 3.5 boards. He's shooting well, 39% from three.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 45% from the field. It's like, like a little bit better, but it's not horrible by any means. But he's having a great scoring season. The Hawks are the 6th seed in the East.
Yes.
And it's like, I get they weren't expected to be good at all.
And they've had a great stretch recently. I'll give them that.
Yeah. And there's a reason that it's not only him, but his teammate Jaylen Johnson is also in.
Yes.
Also in the running for most improved. They've sort of done it together, boosted that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Jaylen Duren's impact for such a top-of-the-line team, to me, puts him over. And I don't understand how dude, if you want Jaylen Duren bet on fucking Hard Rock. He's plus 2,000 on Hard Rock. I don't
What?
understand. Like, what even is this sports book?
This is about to be some bootleg sports betting site that's gonna ask for my social security number. Fucking like, what is this shit? I've heard of the Hard Rock Cafe.
That's what it is.
Oh, really?
It's Hard Rock Bet. Dude, their odds makers suck.
Plus 2,000. I'm about to fucking hop on there right now.
Bet Rivers, FanDuel, and DraftKings all basically have it as a coin flip. It's like Jaylen Duren plus 115, plus 100, and then he's minus 121 on another one. And then on Hard Rock, he's fucking plus 2,000. Like, what do they know?
Literally.
What do they know that these others...
Nah, they got some crazy... They got the script. Okay, like...
Literally. Like, if Denny Avdia wins, I guess I need to just look at what Hard Rock puts out.
Bet the house on Denny.
But no, I mean, I feel like Jaylen Duren just far and away the people here are the most impactful player.
Yep.
So I'd give it to him.
I agree.
We don't even really need to have the conversation on this next one. Defensive Player of the Year.
That's a tough one, man. I mean, there's so many great options, you know?
It's a real head
Why don't you read us the options here?
Yeah. I mean, not to say that, like, any of these other guys wouldn't be deserving.
Yeah.
If they want it.
Just for Gits and Shigs, let's go over it.
It's Wemby. And this is the one where literally all of the sports books have the same top 5 in the same order. So, Hard Rock isn't doing any crazy shit here.
No, Hard Rock.
It's Wemby, Chet, Gobert, Scotty Barnes, Asar Thompson.
Just for the hell of it, Asar Thompson even being in there at such a young age is so cool. Like, we've known he's going to be a great defensive player. His offensive game, if it rounds out like his twin, you know, a little bit more, you know, I think...
Like, he just needs to show anything.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, he's such a reliable defender, man. But hopefully that offensive game rounds out a little bit. But I'm happy he's in there for sure. Scotty Barnes, definitely a more underrated defender in the league.
For sure.
He never gets the credit he deserves. And then who else we had? Dyson Daniels was one?
No.
Not this year. That was last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Gobert, which...
A shocker.
He's always going to be in that combo. Same with Chet. It's like, I would not be shocked for the next 10 years if Wemby and Chet are 2 of the top 3 candidates for Defensive Player of the Year.
And you can throw Mobley in the mix when healthy, too.
You can.
It sucks he's had his issues, but...
Yeah. If he hadn't had his issues...
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me. Asar Thompson wasn't on Bet Rivers. Let me also... Wilt, Bam, Kobe. Bam is the 5th option for them there.
Oh, nice.
Good for Bam.
Fucking Bam, dude. I will forever refuse to believe that shit is real. A unicorn could fly out of my ass now.
How does it feel?
And I would think that's more real.
Bam, Kobe.
Fucking stupid, man. Of all people. I can't do that. I feel like I'm insane. Okay. But Monte rant aside.
Yeah. All tremendously impactful defenders.
The guy averaging 3 blocks a game, I think is going to win DPOY. Okay.
Wemby's just a different breed, dude.
It's a fucking alien.
Yeah. And the impact he has defensively, it's like, yeah, he has 3 blocks a game. It goes so far beyond that. People, when he's on the floor, people are scared to go to the basket.
Yes.
they're legitimately scared. Like, you know how, like, old heads talk about how Michael Jordan put fear into his opponent?
Yes.
Wembenyama literally will have these motherfuckers shaking when
yes.
they catch the ball. It's like, oh, damn it, I can't drive.
Yeah. What do I do now? It's like you can't even do a little jab step fader because he's still gonna fucking get there. Like, you know,
dude has his go gadget arms.
Yeah, like
freaking extend and block shots. Rookie of the Year. This one actually is a conversation to be had. I feel.
It's a valid argument for both. So
yeah. The top 3 seem to be kneuppel, Cooper Flagg, VJ Edgecombe.
Mm-hmm.
Hard Rock. If you want to bet the plus 50,000 on Cedric Coward.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Con. I was like, I'm about to throw a fucking bill on Con. Are you kidding me?
it's essentially Kneuppel
and Cooper Flagg.
Flagg.
And I personally think Coop's going to win it. Because he's been the favorite right out the gate. But no one expected Kneuppel to even be in this conversation, dude, which is nuts. The fact that he's like neck and neck is crazy.
Let me look up Con.
There's an argument to be made, too, because, like, without him, dude, the Hornets have been such a good team, dude. Like, and he's been an important part of that, like, as a rookie.
Well, Kneuppel, I'm pretty sure, like, percentage-wise, has been the best shooter in basketball.
Yeah, I think I saw some stat that had to do with him and Steph Curry. I think shooting-wise, as a rookie, I think he was, like, right there with, like, Steph Curry or something.
He's shooting 43% from 3.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
On how many attempts? On 12 attempts. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, that's insanely good shooting.
Yes, it is.
The
Nipster.
I mean, you look at their counting stats. Cooper Flagg is ahead in every category. He has 20 points to Con's 18. He has 6 boards to Con's 5.
Yep.
He has 4 assists to Con's 3. He averages a steal. His field goal percentage is worse. Like, his percentages are worse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like...
That's the only thing with
Cooper has slightly better counting stats.
Yeah.
On worse efficiency.
Yeah, like you said, worse percentages, but like he can pretty much do it all on the floor.
Yeah.
Which is why he's such a valuable asset to a team, which is why he was the number 1 pick. Which is why I think he's going to win it. So.
Yeah. Effective field goal percentage too. It's like Coop's basically at a flat 50%.
Yeah.
Con's at 61%. Granted, I will say, Con has a better team around him right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Mavericks are nothing to write home about.
No.
They're a whopping 24-51. So you can give Cooper Flagg that edge a little bit where it's like, okay, he has to kind of carry a crap team.
Yes.
You can also say, Con is the sometimes second option, most of the time I'd say third option on offense for a potential playoff team here.
It's actually incredible what the Hornets have done since January. I saw some crazy number that they've only lost like 8 or 9 games since like mid-January.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
And Con is a huge part of that.
Yeah.
18.9 points per game as a rookie is nothing to scoff at.
Mm-hmm.
And this is with him in that role that he's in. Who's to say he couldn't potentially, with a larger role, play even better than that?
It is nice to see that the drafting scenario in Charlotte has kind of starting to take some effect,
Yeah.
Because like we've talked about in those types of franchises, you have to draft very well, and so many draft picks are paying off there. Mm-hmm. I mean, LaMelo's finally starting to pan out. Brandon Miller's playing like he should. Con's great. Musa Diabate has been fantastic. Mm-hmm. Like, the whole team.
He came out of nowhere, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. They love him down there.
I see what you're saying with Coop.
Yeah.
And this is sort of like, it's kind of a what I want to happen versus what I think will happen.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm gonna go with Con. He's the favorite on 2 out of the 3.
I want Con to win.
Here. I also would like Con to win.
I think Cooper's going to win. That's what I think.
To me, it's like looking at it, Con's on a better team. He's much more efficient with his scoring.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the same tier of scoring. He's averaging... Basically, he averages 18.9 to Cooper's 20.3. He basically averages 1 less point per game. He's doing that as the third option instead of the first option.
Yes.
Which is arguably more impressive.
I would say so.
I'm going to give the edge to Con.
Okay.
The offensive season he's had as a rookie is just too much to overlook for me.
I know.
And the fact that he is as elite of a shooter as he is in year one is just absolutely incredible. Sixth man.
This is a fun one.
Keldon Johnson.
Yep.
Jaime Jaquez. Reed Shepard.
Okay.
Naz Reed.
Okay.
And AJ Mitchell.
Okay. AJ Mitchell's had quite a season for them. It's been great off the bench.
Dude, I don't know what Hard Rock is smoking. All of the other books, Naz Reed, 4th, plus 2,000 or more. Hard Rock has him as the favorite.
Really?
If Naz Reed wins 6th man of the year, bet on Hard Rock.
Listen, I love Naz Reid more than anybody do. He's one of my more favorite players to watch in the league. I think he's the longest tenured Timberwolf, if I'm not mistaken. He's been there a long time. So, always a fun player to watch on a team that I enjoy watching. Maybe because Ant's one of my favorite players in the league, but he's probably not going to win it. But I'm happy he's in the conversation for it. Such a great bench spark for them. Reed Shepard, same thing. He's exceeded my personal expectations for him this year because there was such a big question mark in Houston at the guard depth. You know, they brought in so much wing depth and like center depth. They really rounded out the team, but the guard depth's been a big question mark, and he's been great. So glad to see he's getting his flowers for that. AJ Mitchell on a fantastic team, obviously. A lot of great people on that team. A lot of great bench pieces you can make a case for, honestly.
To be that productive on a defending champion is just massively impressive.
Oh, yes.
When a team is already as deep and as loaded as they are, to come in and be an impact player off the bench is not it's not an easy thing.
Oh, God, no.
So it's very impressive for me that he's carved out his role and has exceeded all expectations.
For the last two we listed, Keldon Johnson, another great deep team there. Keldon Johnson's always been a pretty consistent player, in my opinion. He's always just kind of been a good guy to look to. My personal pick is going to be Jaime Jaquez because the Heat have played far better than I thought they were going to this year. They're always a scary team. They're always a team that could upset you because they're just so well coached and now have the second highest fucking scorer in a game in fucking history, which is another whole nother thing. But Jaime Jaquez has been, in his second year, has been a great spark off the bench for them. So with the way they've played, with the way he's played, that's going to be my personal pick. No disrespect to Keldon. He's just been in the league so much longer. I think it'd be nice to see Jaime get that award. But
I mean, Jaime's smooth with his game, too. There's not a whole lot that he's putting.
Jaime, hiya. You think?
Yeah. And I remember watching some of his stuff in UCLA, too, and just seeing, the poise with which he plays. And you see it now in the league where he's contributing at such a young age at a really, really high level. I personally do like Keldon as my pick. I just think for a team that is towards the top of the league. I mean, you look at the actual record, they're the second best team in the league.
Yeah.
And he brings an energy to his game that sort of just feels infectious.
Yes.
It seems like the Spurs can be going through a slump and then Keldon Johnson's on the floor and they just kind of get that oomph back.
Yeah, I agree.
And I noticed it especially early in the season, but clearly it's stuck throughout. And I haven't watched as much Spurs recently as I would have liked, but I remember watching earlier on in the year and just having that same impression every time I watched them, that as a team, they're young, they're fun, they play with energy. They bring it to you defensively. And on offense, when you need that spark, Keldon Johnson's there and he can bring it for you. And then the other guy I would say would be Devin Vassell, but he is starting. So.
No.
Yeah, not the same. Yeah, I'd go with Keldon there. Last but not least, this isn't so much a player award, but it's the guys who tell the players what to do.
Yeah, or at least they try to.
Yeah, at least they try. That, we got Coach of the Year. The main candidates are J.B. Bickerstaff, Joe Mazzulla, Mitch Johnson, and Charles Lee.
They're all such valid winners,
And they are.
J.B. Bickerstaff took a team that was horrendous last year and flipped them to win a conference, which is, you love to see it.
Insane.
Yeah, it's such a great turnaround. A lot of that's progression, players getting better, but I think he's a legitimate coach, and he has been. So it's a nice turnaround to see. Moving to Joe Mazzulla, there's a little bias with us, obviously, him being the coach of our team.
Yeah, I mean, just look at what we're wearing, guys.
Yeah, right. And we yap about it constantly that we're green teamers. But yeah, I freaking, but Joe Mazzulla, like I had mentioned to you prior, when they won the 24 championship, I was like, I think he's a good coach, but is he a great coach? You know what I mean? Like, this is a really good team. This is how I've always felt about Steve Kerr. Say, is Steve Kerr a great coach or is he a good coach? He's had a lot of great teams, but can he coach like good teams to go far, right? Joe Mazzulla has taken a team that was supposed to be like a fucking play-in team this year and damn near almost won the conference, and they still could, but it mathematically probably won't. But and Jaylen Brown is an All-NBA first-team player. He's going to be. Jason Tatum wasn't even in the picture. Like, no one was counting on the Celtics to finish second. Like, Joe Mazzulla is a big part in that. He keeps these guys accountable, and you see it in interviews and like footage of them practicing and playing. Like, he's the guy. I'm glad they found him. Mitch Johnson, I know, big shoes to fill with with Craig Popovich, but
he's basically, I was saying Mitch Johnson's been doing a really good job filling in for Pop. I mean, you see it in the team's performance. They clearly believe in him, and he's just running a good ship over there.
Oh yeah.
The final candidate we kind of have, I feel like inherently at a disadvantage just because of the team record.
Yeah,
but Charles Lee's done a hell of a job.
Yeah.
Especially as of late, coaching this Hornets.
The Hornets have been a fun team to watch, especially if you're a Hornets fan.
Yeah.
You probably have never had this much fun watching the Hornets play, to be honest with you.
Unless we're talking about, like,
Kemba,
Larry Johnson. And
we'll go way back. I just mean recently,
doing the archive.
Yes. Yeah.
Could have had some more fun, but any fan of the Hornets born, like, post 1992
saw Del Curry got his number retired there, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, we love to see it for Wardell Curry Sr. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just the turnaround. You have to credit a large portion of that to the coach.
Yes,
getting the team to finally gel and be on the same page. Especially with the young core they have there.
Yes,
it's nice to see it all gel.
Yep.
And I don't think Charles Lee gets it this year, but like within the next 5 years, I would not be shocked to see him on this list again, and potentially even winning this award.
Yep.
If the Hornets continue to progress.
They're so young, too.
Yeah.
Like, God, give it a few years. This team's going to be so fun. So especially after a couple more drafts and whatnot. Like,
LaMelo's the oldest member of their young core.
Yeah.
He's still young as can be. Was he like 25?
Yeah, he's still late 20s, I think. Like,
so honestly, LaMelo Ball, 24.
Yeah.
So it's like he's still young as can be.
What?
They have all the time in the world.
Oh. So who's your pick? as much as I want it to be Mazzulla, I just have this weird feeling he's not going to get it.
What I will say, for Mazzulla's case, is that this year the Celtics were not expected to be good, which we've sort of touched upon already.
Yeah.
I guess you can say the same for bickerstaffs. Like the Pistons were expected to be improved.
Yes.
But not best team in the East improved.
Well, I think we talked on the podcast in the playoffs last year. Is like, I think we were talking about like the Pistons should definitely be a top 5 team in the East. Like, at the very least, the trajectory they were on. So
right. But number 1 seed is hella impressive. And then, Mitch Johnson, great job, but we also expected the Spurs to be good.
Yeah, I think they're going to be this good. It's going to be good.
I didn't expect them to be quite this good.
Yeah. It's a tough.
This one's probably the toughest one.
I think they all deserve it. They all fucking deserve it.
Like, I almost wish. And I know playoffs don't factor into it, but to me, if the Hornets end up making the playoffs, Charles Lee deserves that.
Oh, 100%. Because that's well above the expectations you had for your team at the beginning of the season.
But
mid-season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just to turn it all the way around to the point where you go from being the worst team in the league to essentially being an elite team.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But also it's a regular season award. I've got to go JB.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got to go JB.
Yeah. I really, really think, and bias aside, Mazzulla, the Celtics were not supposed to be where they are.
You know what I mean?
They weren't. You could look at all these situations, and again, Charles Lee, the Hornets were not supposed to be as good as they've been, but that's the most impressive out of all of them, I think, is the recent turnaround of the Hornets. But overall, Mazzulla, I think, has had just done the best coaching job with a team that was supposed to just have a gap year, So the fact that the Celtics could win another championship in a gap year, quote unquote, you know what I mean? Is that for me? I'm just gonna say Mazzulla. Fuck it, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna say Mazzulla.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna get it, but I'm praying he gets it.
Everybody in the comments, give us all your picks.
Yep.
Let us know what you thought of ours.
Yes, sir. Or ma'am, if any ladies watching,
do all the stuff on all the things.
Yeah, or all the things on all the stuff.
Yeah, as we like to say.
Yeah, and we don't like to say it, we just say it.
I freaking love saying it.
Like having a beardtastic day is something else we...
Yeah, have a beardtastic day, y'all.
Yeah.
Kids, keep growing your beard and keep getting buckets.
Yep.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. All right. Well, have a beardtastic day.
Peace.
See ya.